Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Down. 60 outlaw.
Let's go, defense.
Come.
Defense. Here we go.
Bravo.
Find the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
Hit it.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Go now.
Here's second and 8. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Let's go now. 8 read.
Double dog, that's the way.
General West, you're out.
Kill, turn up.
Ready?
You go tight.
Hey, orbit.
You got
Style.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You're not ready.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check 25. Check 25. SOS.
Get it.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Watch the twist. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Watch the pass. Here we go.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, keep it up.
Topper. Clear. Let's go.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
The throw right sideline here is complete. A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Let's go. 30 base.
Hey, tight.
Bam, bam.
Chance. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill. Check. Lucky. Hey, check 24.
Defense.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
They'll run on first down. Green. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brissett. And finding the tight end Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ready. 56. Check 56. You remember me. Let's go, baby. Must pick up.
3rd and short yardage. Brissett. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mark, 59, Mark.
Go.
Mike, check, 59. Pick me up. Here we go. Mike, 5-9.
Shoot.
From the gun, Blackburn. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Come on.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go.
Go.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Here we go. 59's Mike.
Operating from the gun, Blackburn. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Here we go. Get the flag. Mike 54. I got it. Jack. Slam.
Brissett from the gun on third. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Cut. 36.
On first down, it's Green, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike 96. All day, dog. That's it. Ready.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. Wide open receiver, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
Check safety. He's coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, Brissett. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Go! 60 outlaw. Greystone, travel. Snap.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
At the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Let's try to run it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Green. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
I know you felt that one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Brissett now. That is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The run on 1st down gets them a couple up to the 27. The tackle made there by Tack McKinley. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Finds an opening past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. So we've reached halftime at a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Watch your slack. Showing up. Showing up. 56 to Mike.
They'll throw this out wide and complete it to Ridley. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On the set.
on third down, Brissett. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we take 3. 218, chopper.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Let go. Let go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-5. Mike.
Yo, go, go.
Know your job.
Big rip.
2nd and 3. Flush to his right. Dorsett making the catch. 7 yards there and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam off. Hey, Echo. Ready?
They'll try the left side. Raymond. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Wahoo.
55, my God, 55. Rabbit. Mike,
Shoot.
To throw on 2nd down. Blackburn complete to Dorsett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
it's easy work, and it's coming again.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
5.
Check 59, Mike.
Put up.
It's 59.
From the gun, Blackburn. And able to find Dorsett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
18 Gator.
Hey. Kill.
61, matchbox lights. Hit it.
Back to the ground attack here is McCaffrey. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, you. 45 the mark. Strip that ball. Strip that ball. 45, 45.
6-6. Pull it high. Hurry, hurry. Now.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Silver.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check it backer.
General West.
Goose.
Switch. Rock it.
Check 31.
Five.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of 2 there, second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
59's Mike. Check, 59. You ain't going nowhere.
Yes. Hey, Haywood. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey, Alpha. Look at me. Go.
Check three.
Leo.
Shit. Watch the shit.
Hard.
Watch the shit.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 27, Brissett. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
56. Check 56. Here we go. Slam.
Now Olsen trying to run inside, but nothing there. The former Maryland Terp, Jermaine Carter Jr. had the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. Here we go. Set the flag. 56. Let's go. Coming to you. Mike 56. Mike 56. Yeah, let's go sack lunch. 56. Mike 56. Right there. Right there. 56. Come on. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out.
Throwing on second down. Brissett. And caught by Henry. That catch good for 5. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, D. Hatch it.
To throw is Brissett. And it's complete. Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
From the 39, Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Brissett. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. We've seen some big kicks in the NFL the last few years, and that one might just rank right up there.
And you know you can hear the crowd react, right? But I was focused in on the sideline and watched them absolutely erupt. I don't know how many of them thought that he was actually going to make that kick, but how about how they felt when the ball went over the post?
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Watch the edge.
Blue draw Corkers. Let's go.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Spell. 52. Right.
On 1st down, Blackburn flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Bravo.
Throwing again. Blackburn. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up. Because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Falcon, 1st down.
Brissett now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Staying open. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Ready? Undercrunch. Go. Under 10.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the twist. Say.
He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here's Brissett. Oh, he got Position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
And 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Mike 96. Mike 96. You heard? What? You can't block me. You can't block me. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. 49, check 49, check 49. Kill, kill, kill. Turn around.
Brissett looks to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Brissett finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
We want this. Mike 56, Mike 56. We ain't giving up nothing with that. 56, Mike 56, right there, 56. That's quick.
Now Brissett. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now a run with McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
Set up, 50, plant.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you.
Hit it.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
In your face. Switch.
Greystone, travel. Hey, orbit.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Tackle.
Yep.
Take it.
Hey, Charlie.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Ready to go.
Check.
Down.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
22 jet bomber.
Watch the safety creep. Check.
Look, squeeze.
Slam.
Fire.
McCaffrey following the penalty. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, what would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 4.
McCaffrey. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Got it.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Now Scarlett. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
You ready?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, we got tight left. Everyone, we got 4 down.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Come on, set. 10 over. Fair, fair.
Kill.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill. Check. Lock it. Go.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Slam.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
We go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line.
It's just me and you.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And to give this time to the tailback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Atlanta.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tighten down. There you go. Check 26, please. Check 99. Check 91.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Green. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Carolina.